Hey everyone. Um, I just wanted to talk about the process of collapse, breakdown, breakthrough, the spiritual crisis that a lot of people on the journey experience when an identity on a role breaks down. And this process is really disorientating. It has to be, because our role and our identity, it is built out of safety. It holds on to things internal and things external for certainty. And when we break that down, we lose that certainty, we lose that ground, and we plummet. We go deeply within ourselves, into our wounds, into emotions, into vulnerabilities, and until we sift through that debris and soothe those vulnerabilities and put ourselves back together again, it's a very disorienting, confusing time. So in those spaces, in those processes, it's very difficult to continue doing life, catering to our responsibilities, work, children, partners, etc., etc. We're not meant to be doing that. In this day and age, unfortunately, we don't have much support to go through these processes in a healthy way. This takes me back to this story about ancient Greece, where the people that were going through these spiritual awakenings and intense times would be doing it within temples. They would be praying at the feet of the gods, at statues and such, and really going through it, right? And the only assistance they had were from these people that lived there, that would bring them water, that would hold their hand, that would kind of soothe and nurture them as they went through this. Now, these people were called therapists. Therapists in Greek, whether it's ancient or current, I'm not really sure, but what it meant at the time was midwife or a doula. And it was seen that these people that were going through these processes were actually birthing their soul, their authentic selves, through the crumbling of the old identity. And the Greek name for soul is psyche. So from that place came the term psychotherapy, because it is literally midwifing the birthing of the individual's soul. So unfortunately, we don't have that in this day and age. And so we rely on therapists and healers. Unfortunately, we only get, an hour, 2 hours, or whatever it is with them per week to go through this process. Ideally, we would have communities would live in some sort of conscious understanding, villages or communes or whatever you want to call it, or even in cities, but with this understanding of when this happens, that this is a natural, healthy process of birthing into something new, and that during this time we could step back from the 3D existence, from our worldly selves and our lives, and the expectations wouldn't be there, and we'll just get that support. Unfortunately, a lot of people have to go through it themselves. I've had to go through it myself a bunch of times. But a child who's just being born cannot also be the midwife, cannot hold space for themselves to be born. Because if they are, they're taking control. And you cannot have control during these processes. You need to let yourself really unravel. So, and when looking for a therapist or a healer to help on this journey, it's wise that they know how to be that midwife, that they've been through those collapses themselves, that they've helped other people through it. think that's all I want to say on this subject. If you like the content, please hit subscribe below. And my contact details are there too if you feel drawn to connect with me or to work with me. Thank you. Have a lovely day, evening, or whatever time you're watching this. Bye.